I'm Shigeo Wijui. I'm a torture sommelier. This is my assistant, Rukawa. We help people get true justice. I met Rukawa 3 years ago.
Sir, you're the only one who can help me! Please, help me avenge my family!
He showed up at my office covered in blood. Someone killed his entire family.
No, Mom! Dad, Emily! Oh, no!
They were all gone. The guy responsible? His name was Tozuka. His father was a CEO of a big supermarket franchise. He worked with Rukawa's mom and he had a thing for married women, but...
I said no! Leave me alone!
What?
She took a stand and said no to him. But Tozuka, he didn't take this very well.
The bitch. I'm gonna kill her and her entire family.
So he decided to take action. This guy was a monster.
Die! Die! Die!
He broke in, killed all 3 of them, and set the house on fire. When Rukawa found out about Tozuka, he went to see him right away.
Tozuka, you're dead!
Amateur! Die!
His bodyguard, he cut him up good. Somehow he managed to escape and came to my office.
I love my family. I can't let this go.
Don't worry, I got you. I decided to take his case, but he was hurt pretty bad. We gotta patch you up first. Come on.
Okay.
His injuries were pretty serious, but Dr. Himura fixed him good.
You could have been killed. Take it easy for a few days. Okay.
He came this close to dying, and he had nowhere to go now. Rukawa, you could stay with me for a while. Those guys are probably looking for you, so...
Thank you.
You don't have to say anything. It's a miracle he made it out alive. He's a tough one. I decided to look after him. That night he got a really high fever. Then he started remembering what his mother told him.
Takao, remember to always smile, even when things get tough. Then the people around you will always lend a hand.
He always remembered his mother's teachings. But now, his entire family was gone and the guy responsible was still out there.
How am I supposed to smile, Mom? I just can't do it.
He just couldn't do it. 2 days later, it was time to make my move on Tozuka. But then, just as I was about to leave...
Sir?
Huh? Rukawa stopped me.
Please let me go with you. He's dangerous.
He said he wanted to come with me. Well, he doesn't know me, so he's worried. I get it, but... I told him no. I can't let you do that. I took your case, but I can't let your hands get dirty. It's not how I do things. I told him to stay here. So I headed out to Tozuka's hideout. This is it. What a dump. But Rukawa, he followed me.
The assassin. He's dangerous.
He was worried about me, I guess. Then, as I was walking down the hallway... Huh? Who's there? Rukawa?
I want to fight! I can't just wait and watch!
I was surprised to see him. He seemed really worried about me. Look, I'll be fine, okay? He was in no condition to fight. He got lucky once, but I didn't want to push his luck. Then...
So Ijima, that weird kid is back. Yeah, he's got a friend this time.
Tozuka showed up behind us. We turned towards them.
Oh, you're still alive. Why did you come back?
I recognized the other guy. That's Ijima, the Thrasher.
So you got a friend. This should be fun.
He was a notorious killer.
I love cutting people up.
He was very good with the knife. Rukawa looked scared. He nearly killed him, so I don't blame him. But then,
You're not getting away with this! I'm not gonna let you hurt anyone else.
he overcame his fears and stood up against them. That was impressive. His rage, his anger. That's what's keeping him alive right now.
You're all talking. You're all gonna die here.
So Ejima smiled at us. Then, Rukawa, just watch. No worries.
Huh?
So Ejima pulled out his knife.
Amateurs, you picked the wrong guy to mess with. Idiots.
I guess they didn't know about me. Your breath stinks. Stop talking. And no worries. I won't use any weapons.
You little...
His face started turning red.
Die!
He was pretty good, but your attacks are too predictable. I could see your knife from a mile away. Okay, I've seen enough. Give me a knife.
Huh?
I smacked the knife out of his hand. Amateurs. What now?
What the... How did you...
Say bye to your eyes! Ha!
Fuck!
And your Achilles tendon. You'll never walk again. Oops, I told him I'd only use my hands. Oh well. Then I choked out Tozuka. Okay, time to pay for what you did. I'm gonna make you suffer.
Fuck!
After that, I threw him in the trunk and got in my car. Rukawa, those guys won't bother you anymore. You should go to the hospital. I said to him, but then...
Sir, is there any way I can join you?
Absolutely not. But then when I got to the torture chamber, he asked me to let him in.
Please, sir! Please, let me join you!
No, I'll take it from here. But there was no way I was letting him inside. Then I noticed that he was bleeding. His wound opened up again.
Please, sir, I'm begging you!
Blood started dripping down on the floor. No. If you go in there, there's no going back. And I never bring my clients in. Never. Only monsters can enter this room. You cannot come in here. I glared at him. I thought he'd give up, but then he looked straight into my eyes. Then
I'll become a monster myself. Mr. Juin. If I can put guys like him away. I don't care what happens to me! I want to do this. I want to do this and help others like myself! Please, let me join you!
I wasn't expecting this. Help others like him? Is he being serious right now? I wasn't fully convinced just yet, but fine then. Come. You're not gonna like this though. He had this look in his eyes and I decided to give him a chance. But once you go forward, there's no turning back.
Okay.
So I opened the door and let him in. Tozuka was out cold. He was tied up to this machine, ready to go. This guy doesn't deserve the gift of life. We're gonna make him regret that he was ever born. We're gonna make this guy suffer. Well then, let's get started. Get up, asshole! Come on!
Hot!
I started by pouring some hot water on his face.
What are you doing?
Your breath stinks, shut up. I always ask my victims one last question before getting started. So, you killed an innocent woman and her family.
So what?
You destroyed their lives. You feel any remorse? To which he said,
Remorse? Hell no! She shouldn't have said no in the first place! This is what she gets for embarrassing me in front of everyone! And screw her family! I don't care about them!
this guy, he's a monster. Rukawa started shaking.
You little...
Before he could make a move, stop talking.
Ah!
Ha!
Ah!
I knocked out all of his teeth. See? Letting family members in here, it never leads to anything good.
I see.
He learned a valuable lesson right off the bat. You're an animal. And now you're gonna die like one. Let's get started, shall we? Then I gave an order to Rukawa. Rukawa! It's time to put this guy away! Push the button on the floor!
Okay.
He wanted to be a part of this, so I wasn't gonna just let him watch. Then he stepped on the switch. The wheel started turning.
What are you doing? Stop! What is this?
This is gonna be fun. This was the perfect machine for guys like him. Under the wheel, there are a bunch of metal spikes. Then
Ah!
the spikes started shredding his flesh. This was known as the Nosagi Zeme, but I made a few alterations to make things more interesting.
Ah, hot! Hot!
The spikes. I made it so that acid came out of the tip. The wound got burned right away, which stopped the bleeding immediately. I wanted this to last for as long as possible, so
Stop! No, please!
we're just getting started here. It inflicted more pain, too. I thought it was a really great idea. It didn't take long for him to crack.
Please, I'm sorry. Please stop.
That's a good one. I decided to ask him a question. Hey, I need a favor. Let's sumo wrestle!
What? I can't.
What was that? How dare you embarrass me in front of others? You gotta go.
Huh?
I gave him a taste of his own medicine. Rukawa, you can turn the wheel by hand. Go on, finish him off.
What?
Don't tell me you're scared now. You said you were ready. Then, he started spinning the wheel by hand.
Ah!
He let it all out.
Ah!
Tozuka ended up going around the wheel 30 times. A few minutes later, he drew his last breath. Hey, don't die on me just yet! Wake up! Get up, you little shit! I was hoping he'd last longer. Rukawa was speechless. I told him this wasn't gonna be pretty. And so the job was done. Rukawa. Some say that revenge only makes things worse, but I disagree. Sometimes, this is the only way to move on. And that's what I think, at least. Rukawa broke down in tears.
Thank you, Mr. Juen. Thank you.
And it looked like he was ready to move on. Then his mother's words came back to him.
Takao, remember to always smile, even when things get tough. Then the people around you will always lend a hand.
Thank you, Mr. Juen.
He looked up towards me, then...
This is it. This is what I want to do with my life. Thank you for giving me a chance.
He smiled at me. He was still crying, but seeing him smile like that, it really made me think. Fine, but remember, once you're in, there's no going back. Be ready for anything.
I understand. Thank you. Mom, Dad, Emily. I got him. Rest in peace. Don't you worry about me.
You've been through some rough things, but you've come a long way, kid.
Thank you. That means a lot coming from you, sir.
There.
We all had a great time that evening.
Even after I die, I probably won't get to see my family again. Dad, Mom, Emily, rest in peace. Because unlike them, I'll probably end up in hell.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out our other videos. And please subscribe to the channel.